beetle crawls, its armor gleams, a butterfly floats chasing dreams, ants parade in lines so neat, little wings of wonder, oh they soar, guardians of blooms forevermore, flitting through the sunlight, brave and free, garden and lies, heroes we can see.
Little Wings of Wonder 2. Garden Allies.
Episode 3. The Garden Security Team. Nature's Tiny Bodyguards. Imagine having a security force so dedicated, so efficient, and so perfectly equipped for their job that they work around the clock protecting your garden without ever asking for payment, time off, or even recognition. This isn't science fiction. It's the reality of beneficial predatory insects that patrol your garden every single day, hunting down pests before they can cause serious damage to your plants. These tiny warriors don't wear uniforms or carry badges, but they're arguably the most effective pest control force you could ever hope to employ. Unlike the pollinators who visit your flowers with obvious purpose and gentle demeanor, the garden security team operates with a different energy entirely. These are the hunters, the stalkers, the ambush specialists who have evolved over millions of years to be perfectly suited for capturing and consuming the insects that would otherwise turn your prized tomatoes into Swiss cheese or transform your rose garden into an aphid nursery. They're not interested in your flower's nectar. They're interested in the insects that are interested in your plants. What makes this natural security system so remarkable is its precision and efficiency. Chemical pesticides are like carpet bombing. They eliminate everything in their path, good and bad alike. But beneficial predatory insects are like skilled detectives, seeking out specific targets while leaving innocent bystanders completely unharmed. A ladybug can distinguish between aphids and beneficial insects, hunting only the former while ignoring the latter. A lacewing larva can clear an entire rosebush of scale insects without touching a single pollinating bee. The beauty of working with nature's security team lies in understanding that you're not trying to control or manage these predators. You're simply creating conditions where they can do what they already do best. These insects have been perfecting their pest control techniques for far longer than humans have been gardening. Our job is to recognize them, appreciate their work, and avoid interfering with their highly effective natural processes. Ladybugs, the spotted superheroes. When most people think of beneficial insects, ladybugs are usually the first creatures that come to mind. These cheerful spotted beetles have somehow managed to avoid the negative associations that plague most insects, earning a place in children's nursery rhymes and gardeners' hearts alike. But beneath their charming appearance lies one of nature's most effective aphid hunting machines, capable of consuming vast numbers of garden pests with remarkable efficiency. The classic seven-spotted ladybug, with its bright red wing covers and distinctive black spots, is actually a relatively recent arrival to North America, having been introduced from Europe in the mid-1900s. But North America has its own impressive array of native ladybug species, ranging from the tiny twice-stabbed ladybug, which specializes in scale insects, to the 15-spotted ladybug, which prefers spider mites and other small pests.
Greeting Little Wings of Wonders, I'm Bradley Barkhurst, creator of Little Wings of Wonder. Thanks for joining me today. I want people to know that Little Wings of Wonder is not just a YouTube series, but a series of books as well. You can purchase the books at major retailers such as Barnes & Noble and Amazon. We have a whole series, Little Wings of Wonder, the book on hummingbirds, inside the fascinating world of hummingbirds. We also have one called Little Wings of Wonder, Butterfly Magic from Caterpillar to Garden. And also, for those of you who wish to purchase gifts for the holiday, we have a new one called Little Wings of Wonder, Holiday Birds, a festive guide to winter's feathered friends. So I hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
What makes ladybugs such effective members of the garden security team is their voracious appetite combined with their remarkable mobility. An adult ladybug can consume up to 50 aphids per day, but that's nothing compared to the appetite of ladybug larvae. These small, alligator-like creatures that many gardeners mistake for pests are actually beneficial predators that can eat up to 400 aphids during their 2 to 3 week larval stage. A single ladybug family can eliminate thousands of aphids from your garden in just one generation. Ladybugs are also excellent at finding pest concentrations. They can detect the chemical signals that aphids release when they're feeding, allowing them to locate infestations quickly and efficiently. Watch a ladybug working through an aphid colony, and you'll see systematic hunting in action. She moves methodically from aphid to aphid, consuming each one before moving on to the next. There's no wasted motion, no random searching, just efficient, targeted pest elimination. The challenge with ladybugs is that they're highly mobile creatures who will move on if food sources become scarce. This means that maintaining a consistent ladybug population requires maintaining the conditions that support their prey species in manageable numbers. A garden with occasional small aphid populations will keep ladybugs around, while a garden that's either completely pest-free or completely overrun with pests will lose its ladybug security force. Understanding ladybug behavior can help you work more effectively with these beneficial insects. Ladybugs overwinter as adults, often clustering together under leaf litter, logs, or other protected spots. Leaving some areas of your garden undisturbed through the winter provides crucial overwintering habitat for your resident ladybug population. In spring, these adults emerge to mate and begin laying eggs near aphid colonies, ensuring that the next generation of pest controllers will be positioned exactly where they're needed most. Lacewings, delicate but deadly. If ladybugs are the cheerful, obvious members of the garden's security team, lacewings are the elegant specialists working behind the scenes. Adult lacewings, with their gossamer wings and ethereal green or brown coloring, look far too delicate to be effective predators. They drift through the garden like tiny fairies, their flight seeming almost too gentle to be purposeful. But this delicate appearance is deceiving. Lacewings are actually one of the most effective pest control insects in the garden. The real predatory power of lacewings lies not in the adults, but in their larvae. Lacewing larvae are sometimes called aphid lions, and the name is well-deserved. These small, brown, spiny creatures look like tiny alligators with oversized jaws, and they hunt with a ferocity that would be impressive in an animal many times their size. A single lacewing larva can consume over 200 aphids per week, plus substantial numbers of spider mites, thrips, scale insects, and other soft-bodied pests. What makes lacewing larvae particularly effective is their hunting strategy. Unlike ladybugs, which hunt by sight and movement, lacewing larvae are ambush predators. They position themselves strategically on plants and wait for prey to come within striking distance. When an aphid or other pest gets close enough, the lacewing larva strikes with lightning speed, grasping the victim with its hollow sickle-shaped jaws and sucking out the body fluids. The entire process takes just seconds, and the larva immediately begins searching for its next victim. Lacewing larvae are also remarkably adaptable predators. While they prefer soft-bodied insects like aphids and spider mites, they'll also consume insect eggs, small caterpillars, and even other beneficial insect larvae if necessary. This adaptability makes them valuable members of the security team because they can switch between different pest species as populations fluctuate throughout the growing season. Adult lacewings contribute to garden security in a different way. While they're primarily nectar and pollen feeders, they're also important for reproduction and dispersal. Female lacewings have an excellent ability to assess pest populations and lay their eggs strategically near potential food sources. They often lay their eggs on tiny stalks, which helps protect the developing larvae from being eaten by ants or other predators. The key to supporting lacewing populations is providing the diverse habitat they need throughout their life cycle. Adult lacewings need flowers for nectar and pollen. They're particularly fond of small, accessible flowers like those found on herbs, native plants, and flowers in the carrot family. They also need overwintering sites, often spending the cold months hidden under loose bark, in leaf litter, or in other protected locations. Predatory wasps, nature's tiny bouncers. When most people hear the word wasp, they immediately think of aggressive yellow jackets or large paper wasps defending their nests. But the vast majority of wasp species are actually solitary, gentle creatures that provide valuable pest control services while posing no threat to humans. These beneficial wasps are like the professional security specialists of the insect world, highly trained, extremely effective, and focused solely on their targets. Braconid wasps are among the most important members of this beneficial wasp security force, though they're so small that most gardeners never notice them. These tiny wasps, often no larger than a grain of rice, specialize in parasitizing caterpillars and other pest insects. The female braconid wasp uses her keen senses to locate host insects, then inserts her eggs directly into the pest's body. The developing wasp larvae consume their host from the inside, eventually killing the pest while developing into adult wasps ready to continue the cycle. The most famous braconid wasp is probably the one that parasitizes tomato hornworms. If you've ever found a large green caterpillar covered with what look like grains of white rice, you've witnessed braconid wasps in action. Those white objects are actually wasp cocoons, and the hornworm is doomed. This natural pest control is so effective that a single braconid wasp population can keep hornworm damage to manageable levels throughout the growing season. Ichneumon wasps represent another large family of beneficial predatory wasps with thousands of species that specialize in different pest insects. Some ichneumon wasps parasitize beetle larvae, others target moth caterpillars, and still others specialize in fly larvae or other pest species. What they all have in common is their incredible ability to locate their target pests and their highly effective parasitic lifestyle. Many beneficial wasps are also important pollinators, visiting flowers for nectar and inadvertently transferring pollen in the process. This dual role makes them particularly valuable garden allies. They're simultaneously controlling pests and supporting plant reproduction. Small, accessible flowers are particularly attractive to beneficial wasps, which is why herb gardens and wildflower areas often support large populations of these helpful insects. Thread-waisted wasps are larger, more visible members of the beneficial wasp family. These elegant insects with their dramatically narrow waists hunt caterpillars, beetle larvae, and other soft-bodied pests. Unlike parasitic wasps, thread-waisted wasps are active hunters that capture their prey, sting them to paralysis, and carry them back to their nests to feed their developing young. A single thread-waisted wasp can remove dozens of pest caterpillars from your garden during her reproductive season. The key to distinguishing beneficial wasps from potentially problematic species is understanding their behavior and appearance. Beneficial wasps are typically smaller, less brightly colored, and more focused on flowers or hunting activities than on human food sources. They're generally not interested in sugary drinks, picnic foods, or garbage cans. They're after nectar and pest insects. Praying mantises, the patient guardians. If the garden's security team had a meditation teacher, it would undoubtedly be the praying mantis. These remarkable insects embody the principle that sometimes the most effective action is patient stillness. While other beneficial predators actively hunt through your garden, mantises establish strategic positions and wait for prey to come to them. This ambush strategy is incredibly effective, and a single mantis can consume a remarkable variety of pest insects during its active season. Praying mantises are generalist predators, which means they'll eat almost any insect that comes within striking range. This includes many garden pests like aphids, flies, mosquitoes, grasshoppers, and caterpillars. However, their generalist nature also means they'll occasionally capture beneficial insects, including bees and butterflies. This has led some gardeners to question whether mantises are truly beneficial. but research suggests that the number of pest insects they consume far outweighs the occasional beneficial insect they might catch. What makes mantises particularly fascinating to observe is their incredible patience and lightning-fast striking ability. A mantis can remain motionless for hours, perfectly camouflaged among the foliage, waiting for the right moment to strike. When prey comes within range, the mantis strikes with its powerful forelegs faster than the human eye can follow, grasping the victim in a grip that's virtually inescapable. Mantises are also remarkably adaptable in their hunting strategies. Young mantises, called nymphs, are tiny versions of adults that hunt equally tiny prey. As they grow through successive molts, they're able to tackle larger and larger prey items. An adult mantis can capture and consume insects as large as grasshoppers, moths, and even small hummingbirds, though such large prey items are relatively rare in most garden situations. The positioning behavior of mantises makes them particularly effective garden guardians. They tend to establish territories near areas with high insect activity, around flowering plants, vegetable crops, or areas where pest insects congregate. Once a mantis establishes a hunting territory, it will often remain in that general area for weeks, providing consistent pest control for that section of your garden. Female mantises are particularly valuable because they're larger and more long-lived than males. After mating, females lay their eggs in distinctive foam cases called oothecae, which protect the developing eggs through winter. These egg cases are often laid on plant stems, fence posts, or other sturdy structures in the garden. In spring, dozens of tiny mantis nymphs emerge from each egg case, immediately beginning their pest control activities. Ground beetles, the night patrol. While most gardeners focus on the insect activity they can see during daylight hours, there's an entire shift of beneficial predators that takes over when the sun goes down. Ground beetles are among the most important members of this nocturnal security force, patrolling the soil surface and lower levels of plants in search of a wide variety of pest insects. Ground beetles are typically dark-colored, fast-moving insects that range in size from tiny species smaller than a fingernail to impressive beetles more than an inch long. Most gardeners encounter them when moving mulch, turning compost, or working in the garden during evening hours. Many people's first instinct is to step away from these quick-moving beetles, but ground beetles are actually valuable allies that deserve protection and encouragement. The pest control services provided by ground beetles are both diverse and significant. Many species hunt caterpillars, including cutworms, armyworms, and other larvae that feed on plant roots and stems during the night. Others specialize in slug and snail control, using their powerful jaws to break through the soft bodies of these mollusks. Still others hunt aphids, thrips, and other small insects that may drop to the ground during the day. Different ground beetle species have evolved to hunt in different layers of the garden ecosystem. Some species primarily hunt on the soil surface, moving rapidly through mulch and leaf litter in search of prey. Others climb into plants to hunt, particularly effective at finding pests that hide in lower plant growth during the day. A few species are actually excellent climbers that hunt throughout the canopy of trees and shrubs. Ground beetles are particularly valuable for controlling pest insects that spend part of their life cycle in the soil. Many garden pests, including various fly larvae, beetle grubs, and moth pupae, are vulnerable to ground beetle predation during their soil-dwelling stages. By maintaining healthy ground beetle populations, gardeners can significantly reduce the number of pest insects that successfully complete their development and emerge as flying adults. The habitat needs of ground beetles are relatively simple but specific. They need shelter during the day, typically hiding under mulch, logs, stones, or other ground-level cover. They also need moisture, as most ground beetles are sensitive to dry conditions. A garden with diverse ground-level habitat, areas of mulch, some leaf litter, perhaps a few logs or stones, will typically support much higher ground beetle populations than a garden that's kept meticulously clean and tidy. Supporting your security team. Understanding how to support beneficial predatory insects is crucial for maintaining an effective natural pest control system in your garden. Unlike pest insects, which often thrive in simplified monoculture environments, beneficial predators need diversity, complexity, and stability to maintain healthy populations. The most important principle in supporting beneficial predators is avoiding broad-spectrum pesticides, which kill beneficial insects along with pests. Even organic pesticides like pyrethrin or rotenone can be harmful to beneficial species. The goal is to work with natural population dynamics rather than against them, allowing beneficial predators to keep pest populations in check without completely eliminating them. Habitat diversity is equally important. Different beneficial insects need different types of shelter, food sources, and breeding sites. A garden with a variety of plant heights, some areas of dense vegetation, some open spaces, and different types of ground cover will support a much more diverse beneficial insect community than a uniform landscape. Many beneficial predators also need alternative food sources during times when pest populations are low. Adult lacewings, for example, need nectar and pollen even though their larvae are strict predators. Planting flowers that bloom throughout the growing season ensures that beneficial insects have the energy they need to maintain their pest control activities. Overwintering habitat is crucial for maintaining beneficial insect populations from year to year. Leaving some areas of the garden undisturbed through winter, perhaps a corner with leaf litter, some standing plant stems, or a brush pile, provides essential shelter for beneficial insects during their dormant season. The timing of garden maintenance activities can also impact beneficial insect populations. Heavy cultivation or major garden cleanup during peak beneficial insect activity periods can disrupt established populations. Learning to work around the life cycles of beneficial species, or at least being aware of their presence, helps maintain the natural balance that makes biological pest control effective. Remember that the goal isn't to eliminate all pest insects from your garden. It's to maintain them at levels that don't cause significant damage to your plants. A garden with small populations of pest insects will support healthy populations of beneficial predators, creating a stable, self-regulating system that provides ongoing pest control with minimal human intervention. Your garden security team is already on duty, patrolling the plants, hunting pests, and working around the clock to protect your garden. By understanding who they are, how they work, and what they need to thrive, you can create conditions that support these remarkable insects and benefit from their incredible pest control services. The next time you see a ladybug on your roses or notice the intricate wings of a lacewing, remember that you're witnessing nature's most effective security force in action.
If you liked what you heard today, consider purchasing other books by Bradley Barkhurst, including Underlying Love, a Worthington, Ohio mystery. It's 1941 in the quaint village of Worthington, Ohio. Life is changing at the end of the Great Depression. Elizabeth Russo, 23, teaches elementary school but feels uncertain about her future. Her Sicilian immigrant father ran the Red and White, a popular village general store. Elizabeth's high school sweetheart Samuel left the village abruptly, leaving her with unanswered questions. Now engaged to George, Elizabeth still can't forget Samuel. When her father tragically passes away and her mother goes to Cincinnati to help her ailing Aunt Gracie, Elizabeth is forced to be alone. Then one night, Elizabeth receives a phone call from her mother, asking her to come to Cincinnati to see her ailing aunt. Before leaving and without notice, Samuel, Elizabeth's high school sweetheart, unexpectedly shows up in the village. Upon Elizabeth's return from Cincinnati, she hears a scream and sees a figure fleeing. The village banker, Mr. Collins, is found murdered, with suspicion falling on a local hobo. Elizabeth and her quirky neighbor, Betty Wimsfeld, investigate the murder. As they uncover village secrets, Elizabeth struggles with her feelings for George and Samuel. Will Elizabeth solve the murder mystery? Will she choose her stable engagement or risk rekindling an old flame? Find out in Underlying Love, a Worthington, Ohio mystery.
Coming up next, Episode 4, Seasonal Wings Calendar.